Look who's sleeping comfy tonight because of that highly underrated man right there. That's right. Sleeping comfy tonight. Let's go! 3-0, baby! 3-0 as the defending champs, which boy oh boy did it come down to Sean McVay continuing to be disrespectful against the defending champs. Cowboys just gave up another touchdown to the Bears. Sorry, had to do that. That was hilarious. But oh my gosh, that man right there. Highly underrated Devontae Smith. He's too small. He's going to get injured. He can't stay healthy. He's going to break. He can't be tall enough to go one-on-ones. He nearly got murdered today on a very dirty, cheap shot. Popped right back up. Got back in the very next play. Continued to play and won the game-winning touchdown against a one-on-one. Have some respect for Devontae Smith. Leave you no mind that we only need him. But boy, is it great having A.J. Brown too. I was saying it all season. Let Hurts cook. And the second they did, they went right down the field in 3 plays and scored a touchdown. Like, what? Why does it take being down 26-7 for Pachulo and Sirianni to say, maybe we should trust our Super Bowl MVP? I'm sorry, I get that a lot of you guys might not see it this way, but I truly believe the first 2 games, we had this game plan that we came out in the second half with in our back pocket. I firmly believe that they played the first 2 games conservative, get the win, that's all that matters. And then this game, it was like, oh crap, we got to actually open Pachulo's playbook. It's time. I think they were trying to hide it as long as they could, and they did. And then the second they needed it, boom, 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 boom. Touchdown, 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 touchdown. Just out of nowhere. And that was all Pachulo. He was calling the plays that entire second half. There was no one that came in for him. Nick Sirianni didn't take over play calling. Those were his plays. Hurts was respecting the game call. The play that was called, he respected. He changed it a couple times, but the majority of the time in the second half, he went with what the play call was. And they tore up the Rams defense with a great game plan. I hope that they continue with this game plan the rest of the season. I don't want to go back to conservative. The worst part is that all we're going to hear all week long on the shows is going to be about our first half. No one is going to mention that all year, every year, for the past 3 years, all they do is say Jalen Hurts might be a winner, but in the big moment when he's down big, he won't be able to do it. And they're going to avoid the conversation all week long because he just proved them wrong against a top 5 team in the NFL. It's not like it was against the Browns, which your favorite Packers just lost to the Browns. Why is that garbage team listed as number 1 in the NFL in the power rankings? Did I not tell you the last couple weeks that Jordan Love's inconsistency will bite them in the butt all season long? They just lost to the worst team in the NFL. But all y'all want to talk about is Micah Parsons just made them a Super Bowl team. No, they need a quarterback. They need a guy that can step up like Jalen Hurts when they aren't performing in the first half and turn things around in the second half. They ain't got it. Even with how bad our team played in the first half today, that performance would have beat the Packers 42-0 today. Get them out of the top 5 in the power rankings. They ain't there. This you go Eagles, Bucks. Period. End of story. In the quarterback rankings, Lamar, Josh Allen, Hurts, Mayfield, Stafford, Mahomes, and who else you want to put there? Period. End of story. That's right. I put Hurts third in the NFL top 5 quarterbacks, and I put Mahomes fifth. If you don't believe me, just watch Mahomes tonight. If he plays the way he has been playing, they're going to get their butts whooped against the Giants. Now, if he miraculously turns it back around to where he can play like the first couple of years that he played in this league, okay, then I'll put him back at number 1 in the NFL top 5 quarterbacks. But the way he's been playing, he's fifth. I won't want to say, oh, Hurts only had 100 yards. Yeah, well, before the garbage time drive that they had in that game, Mahomes was like at 116 with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Whereas Hurts was forced to hand the ball off 3 drives in a row at the end of the game because we were leading and up big against the Chiefs. So he couldn't throw to get garbage time yards like Mahomes did. Just like Mahomes did in the Super Bowl where he was at 140 yards or whatever it was and then got over 100 yards in the last 6 minutes and garbage time touchdown, Hail Marys to Xavier Worthy when our backups were in. So enough with this nonsense. It's not Mahomes' fault for this, I will say that, but Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson just don't have a team that Mahomes has. So, of course, he's going to keep beating them in the AFC playoffs. And then when they face a real team, get their butts whooped. Because we ain't the Niners. So, again, I don't want to hear another word about Patullo. That game plan was better than I've seen in a long time. Don't want to hear another word about Jordan Davis being overweight. Proved it time and time again. I had told my wife, who is a huge Rams fan, by the way, so everyone say a nice prayer of comfort to her. She's struggling with this one. But that's okay. Told my wife in the beginning, I was like, I'm sick of our special teams not trying to block field goals. What happened in the second half? They finally started to try, and they put Carter and Davis next to each other. And now it looks like it's going to be something where we block field goals every single game. We might have just exploited another goal line thing. Another our line's better than your thing. And they might end up having to change that rule as well. Because our lines are just better than yours. Period. End of story. That's enough for this week. So much more I want to say, but I think it'd be inappropriate in this setting. So, sing it with me. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! And until next time, when we go 4-0.